Also, before I even get into the things that I've seen, I want to start off with, basically rewind. Is I saw a lot of good things. I like the way the game feels. It's very fast and very smooth. In certain ways. I'll dive into that. But as you can see, I like being able to shore hop, neutral air, and then wave dash into a grab. Certain moves like that really feel good doing it in the game. Same thing with double jump, forward air. Everything pretty much works. Just as I was saying with the dash dancing, where it was a little, it was too tight. I can do it really close together like that. But when you want to start to go out, if you start to go out too much, then you start having that weird pivot thing going on. But overall, gameplay is very fast, very smooth. Just like in a Smash game, you have your rolls, you have your tech chases, and all that. So, major kudos for the beta. Really polished, really refined. I enjoy what you guys did, and I'm very impressed. So was my friend, who was a skeptic at first, but when he played it, he said it was really fun. So that's a big thing too. You want the game to be fun. I will be using Smash and Project M and things that I've seen in competitive gameplay as a reference point for the judgments and the things that I will say. So, diving into this, the first thing that I want to talk about is dash dancing. The window is really small, so this doesn't make it very efficient or usable. And generally speaking, you want wide dash dances, because if my opponent is to throw out an attack in my general area, since my dash dance is so tight, I can't really avoid the hit. So make the dash dance window a little bit wider, and that will help with essentially making dash dancing useful, basically. So next thing, other than the dash dancing, is essentially the wave dashing window for us, old school, oldie, cranky Kong, melee vets who like to who are gonna want to wave dash between jump and air dodge. The window doesn't exist really. Basically, if you want to get the timing right to even do it, you're gonna come out with a triangle jump. As you can see, I'm having a hard time. I'm gonna post a couple some footage in regards to what of some gameplay that I did with my partner, just as reference as well, to back up what I've been talking about. But the automatic button is good. The issue is it defaults to backwards. We used to play Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom also in tournament setting. We didn't get too much into it, since it was sort of like, hit confirm and you're dead game. But the wave dash defaulted to forward. So that's one, and as well as wave dashing, if you can make the window a little bit, or just make it so that it responds, more responsive, because sometimes when I press it, it thinks I'm trying to block, and I'm basically pressing it as if I was trying to wave dash as Fox. Now, obviously, Fox has a really quick wave dash, but as a person who has used Ganondorf and Falco, those characters have really slow jumps. So when I press it, I can slow it down to what I need. And this character seems to have a really responsive jump. Every single time I press it, the jump comes out. Whereas Ganon takes a little bit of time, couple frames, and I usually can adjust. But this, I really can't. As you can see, I'm trying to do it. I have to really slow down. And every single time I do it, it just thinks I'm trying to block. I can do it down pretty well, but even then you can see me leave the floor. And the moment I hit diagonal, I can't wave dash. So that's one thing that definitely needs to be worked on for all the old school melee vets who want to do wave dashing just to be as comfortable as possible to transition smoothly. You're probably gonna have to make the buttons a little bit more responsive and a little bit more geared to recognizing that I'm pressing the air dodge rather than block. That brings me into another very big movement mechanic that needs a little bit of work, and that is wave landing. Wave landing is very, very important when it comes to doing certain things or being quick. As you can see, every single time I try to wave land, it just gives me the block. Sometimes I can get it out like that. When I do it down, it's pretty much the only time I can actually get it, which can be. Now, just as I said, when I'm trying to punish techs, tech chases, tech chase scenarios, I find that the window is really, really small. Like, I don't really see a lot of tech chases in this game, and I'm gonna back it up with footage, because most of the time, whenever I get hit by a move, it sends me sliding. Sliding rather than in a tumble animation. There's a couple moves that I saw send me into tumble animations, which would force me into a teching situation, or a couple moves that I would do to the opponent that would force them into a tech situation. But overall, it was a lot of just sliding. Like, if I would get hit by a forward smash, I would just basically slide all the way to the edge and get recoil, knockback, and then just come back to the stage. Whereas, if I got hit by a falcon knee, it wouldn't send me sliding across. It would, if I wanted to DI it down to try for a tech situation, I could. But most of the time, whenever I get hit by her forward air, which is a really strong knockback move, it just sends me sliding. So overall, I think that the game itself, the way it flows, it needs more tech situations to make to break apart combos. Combos are good, but you don't want zero death combos, and you don't want the extreme where it's brawl or smash 4 where there are no combos. So if you want a good reference in terms of someone who can do zero death but is not a full-fledged combo, is Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, they break apart his combos with tech chase punishes. So Captain Falcon will always grab, and then he'll down throw, and then from there, let's say if it's a fox, after a down throw, when they tech, he'll have to read the tech in order to extend the combo. So if he gets it, then he completely earned it. He completely earned the next 2 to 3 hits that he gets. Those were the biggest things that I saw, was basically tidying up the dash dancing, the wave dashing, forward, and being able to restore the old school wave dashing, and then the wave landing, which I think are really big, which would really help and get people, wow, I'm doing it like on point right now. That's amazing. But imagine being able to wave land back air like that right there, or neutral air, a nice little fakie. And then the tech windows, I would like to see more tech chase situations, so more tumble animations that would force techs, and more, just a bigger window for people to tech chase in the first place.